I'm not saying everything here is bad, because it's not. I've learned so much. And I'm one of those people that it wasn't always the case. It has always been the case, but it is now that when I learn something, that lesson sticks with me and then I implement it. But I've learned a lot about how flawed all the systems are, how they could work properly to actually help and benefit people. Uh, what's what all the what's broken, what needs to be fixed. Um, I've learned a lot about other humans. I've made some incredible friends that I don't know how I ever lived without before, and I don't ever want to live without going forward. And that despite most of the time feeling like a goddamn alien, um, that I'm not actually alone. And that I don't have to carry all this anger and sadness and pain with me into the future, and that I don't have to be so hard and guarded and hyper independent all the time. That I do need people, and that not all people are going to be as awful as a lot of the people I was surrounded by before. That most of the things that I thought about myself weren't actually things I thought about myself. They were things other people had made me believe about myself. And that those things are actually things that they believe about themselves that they project on you. Like, people's. It's so weird how people will project their insecurities onto each other. I did it too. I mean, I can't, I'm not exempt from any of the things I'm saying because it's all things I did. And the more work I do and the more I learn and grow, I realize that those are things that I've thought about myself because other people had made me feel those things about myself, so that I in turn projected those things onto other people, and that we all do that, and that we continue to do it unless we actually realize that that we have a choice. We have the choice whether we want to continue to do that to each other, or we want to fix what's broken in us that makes us do that to each other. That we all have gifts and talents and dreams and goals that society tries to beat out of us and make us feel like we are not capable or not worthy of achieving those things because they're we all have a purpose. Each and every one of us has a specific gift or many that we come here with, and then society and our families, our cultures, and other people's insecurities just stomp out of us. And we have the choice to heal and to figure out what those are and decide whether or not we're gonna be who we're supposed to be or be what society tells us we're supposed to be. And the majority of people don't realize that because it's also subconscious. Like, and a lot of people, when you start to become authentically yourself and go after your dreams and your purpose and your goals and become who you actually are as opposed to who uh, everyone else wants you to be. The people who don't have the balls or don't even realize that they don't, they get mad, they get jealous. I don't even think they know where it comes from, and they really start projecting. And I don't hold it against anybody because I've been there. I didn't realize I was doing it too, but it makes, when you start becoming authentically who you are and feeling joy and loving yourself, actually having confidence in yourself, the people around you that just do not like that, you feel threatened by it. I don't even think it's all subconscious, and they start really doubling down and projecting and not wanting you to see that in yourself because they don't see it in themselves. It's all like, a pattern. We're all mirrors. When in actuality, it's there. It's in them. Every single one of us. Every single one of us. If we just did the work and we really looked at ourselves in a different way, not through the filter of other people's opinions or our programming, or our cultures, our society, but really looked at ourselves like through God's eyes, We're all created in His image, after all. We really looked in the mirror, and not through your mom's opinions, not through your dad's opinions, not through uh, Mark Zuckerberg's opinions, and certainly not Elon's. But really, we'd all see just how beautiful and how talented and how funny and how amazing that we all are, just as we are. You don't have to lose 100 pounds. You don't have to eat a certain way. You don't have to watch a certain thing on TV. You don't have to. You just have to be. I don't know. I think I think too much sometimes. And that's what's, I see all this, around me, especially around, there's these women, there's a group of them. And that's the thing, there's always a group of them because insecurity feeds off of other insecurity. And love and acceptance and joy feeds off itself too. Anyway, it's like light and dark and duality and I don't know. But they'll start gossiping and talking shit about each other. And one person's insecurity sees another person's insecurity, and they're like, "Yeah, oh yeah, we got something in common. Let's dig into this other person that we see that is just doing their own thing, living their life, but they're doing it in a way that we feel jealous of because secretly we want to be doing things that way. I'd give anything to drop the mask and dance whenever I felt like it, or paint or make art, but I've been told by grandma and mom and schools and you know programming that I have to be this type of mother. I have to dress this type of way to get men to notice me. I have to like this kind of food or eat this kind of food so I can lose weight so people will respect me and think I'm pretty, and it's all these stupid, it's just stupid. But we don't think of it that way because that's what we're taught. And subconsciously, that's what you start to believe what you're taught rather than think for yourself or notice these things about how other people interact or how society works, how about beauty standards work. It's all dumb as shit, but we don't know that. So I see your insecurity because we both feel inferior to this other person who's actually just minding their own business, doing their own thing, but they're doing it in a way that's different than what I've been taught. And I don't realize that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find other people that feel this way about themselves, and we're going to gang up, and we're going to talk shit, and we're going to try to ruin that person's day. We don't know why we're doing it. We're just doing it because we don't like ourselves. So we're going to make that person not like themselves because we don't. That's how bullying works. It's how the whole thing with the school happened. We were all taught a certain way to believe. And anybody who believes differently than that or dresses differently than that is a threat to this mask, this carefully crafted mask that we have. And things have been going good. They haven't. It's obviously been a clusterfuck, but we don't realize that. So this Christian mask that we have on, it's not, none of you are living the Christ-like life, but I digress. So here comes a kid that has been programmed by these people with these masks on. We're gonna hate gay people. We're gonna hate LGBTQIA kids because they're different than what we know, what we've been taught. And then we're gonna write a rap song threatening those kids. We're gonna go in and kill them all. And then like say my LGBT kid who's just minding his business, just minding his business. But he dresses differently. Why? Because his mom's different, and his mom allows him to dress, to express himself, because mom never got to, because she was raised with the mask. She was raised with the mask on. So, but mama somewhere deep down was like, something about all of this is off and wrong, and I just want my kid to have what I never got, is the chance to express himself, be himself. Anyway, so this kid writes this beautiful rap song, which, by the way, it wasn't just the lyrics, but the auto-tune, it was horribly crafted. I mean, it was an insult to rap music. Anyway, I digress. So, say that kid, writes this song, and then somebody threatens my kid with it. kid's just minding his business. And something in me breaks, something in my kid breaks, and I can't do anything about it because everyone around me has this mask on. So when I bring it up, it's just a silly song. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean a thing. But I remember being that age, and I remember wanting to rip that mask off at that age, and being surrounded by people where I couldn't, and also not knowing why that mask was even there. And everybody with the masks on, instead of protecting the ones who were threatened, they protected the ones with the masks on. And all the masks came after Mama, who was just trying desperately to rip hers off, but didn't know why. Didn't know why. Didn't understand why it had to come off. She does now. She does now. And sad that she had to go through all of that. Being afraid to even go to Walmart because those masked people would attack her at Walmart or mess with her car or go through her garbage. Some of these masks were friends that she'd known for years and years and years, who, rather than protect and side with her, wanted to protect those masks. Because sometimes I believe that it feels safer to keep that mask on, because it's scary as hell to rip that mask off. It's scary as hell to finally become who you actually are on the inside. It's terrifying. And it's a whole process. It's a whole long, drawn out process that hurts. It hurts when that mask comes off because it's deep in there. You have to rip it out. You have to dig deep into these horrible, god-awful, painful things that have happened to you. And while I respect everyone saying you gotta leave the past behind, but there are some things from the past that are so deeply buried that you don't even remember them because your brain and your body like try to protect you from them because that's how horrible they were in order for you to survive them. Sometimes you have to go deep down and dig out those god-awful things that have happened to you in order to rip the scab off, in order for it to heal properly. You have to break. That was one of my therapists actually used the metaphor of when a bone is broken and it heals improperly, that sometimes doctors have to go in and break that bone again and then set it in order for it to heal properly. And that's the same thing with you have to do with some of this work, especially just like this essay stuff is hard. It's hard because these are things that I didn't remember, and I certainly don't want to. I don't want to, but I have to. I have to. I have to go down in there deep, re-break that bone, set it so it can heal properly, so that these wounds don't stay open and bleed all over people who didn't hurt me, which is the same thing I'm seeing other people do to me, and it's fine. I get it. I get why some of you do the things you do. Some of you with the fake profiles, and some of you with just the flat out like fucking with my food and bullying. I know why you're doing it. We're all, especially here, we're all here for similar reasons. doesn't excuse it, because everybody has the option to do this kind of work. Everyone has the choice to stop blaming each other and keeping those masks tucked on tight. Everyone has a choice and the option to remove it. Everyone has the option to do this work, to heal, to grow, to become who they were always meant to be. Everyone has it. It's a choice, though. And it's painful, and it's scary, and it's hard to do this kind of work for yourself. But if you want more out of your life, if you really want to figure out why you do the things you do, why you allow others to do the things that they do, why your life is shit, the options are there. They're open. And it took me a very, very fucking long time, 43 years, to finally walk away from all of it and say, enough. This is not who I want to be. This is not who I want to be around. This is not how I want to live my life. I want more. I am more. I deserve better. So that's what I chose to do. And it's hard, and it sucks. And I know a lot of people are fucking mad at me. That's cool. I'm not a people pleaser anymore. I don't care. I care how I feel. I don't care. Because the majority of my life, none of the people I was surrounded by actually cared. And y'all got used to a version of me that doesn't exist anymore. And you're not going to get her to come back out. The harder you try, the dumber you're going to look. Because it's not happening. I deserve better. I love myself now. I love my baby too much to allow that version of me to come back, or allow any of that horseshit around him ever again. And yeah, it hurts. It hurts to let some of y'all go. It does. My family especially. But what hurts more is allowing y'all to treat me the way the fuck you did for so many years. And think that I deserved it. And believe that it was me that caused that kind of behavior out of people, because it wasn't. I think y'all saw a light in me that I didn't see in myself until now, and that y'all didn't see in yourselves. You didn't believe it existed in you. But I think deep down you did. And I think deep down you saw it in me. And I don't know why, but you wanted to snuff it out. And you can't. I won't let you. That's when the anger comes up. That's when the hurt comes up. It's not all the things that have happened. It's the things people have done. My own mom. God, that one hurts the worst, but I swear to God, I will never. I can't ever again. Because I can't imagine ever treating my baby that way and ever feeling that way about mine. And I catch myself sometimes. Acting like she did towards me sometimes. But I catch it and I reverse it. And it's all because of how she feels about herself. It's all of this, how people treat each other. It's all based on how they actually feel about themselves. But they don't see that. You don't see how you are acting towards, how everyone is acting towards each other. I mean, just like even in the pandemic, how something that should have brought us all together, should have helped us heal, should have helped us grow, absolutely tore us all apart and divided us in a way that I don't know can ever be fixed. It should have bred more empathy. Instead, it or not, because we all went through something, every single one of us, during the last 3 years. We all went through something horrible. We all lost people. And rather than coming together and fighting an easily beatable enemy together, we turned on each other and became enemies. I'm tired. I'm tired of, so I'm getting this out right now. I'm getting it all out. I'll probably post all this to YouTube because a little bit on TikTok, and I don't know exactly what I'm doing with all of this yet. I don't know. Like I said, we're all multifaceted. I am a multifaceted being. I got all kinds of things going on in this ticker here. But I don't even know what the point in this is. I just wanted to get it out once and for all. But I also want to reiterate that all the things that have happened to me, all the god awful horrible things that have warped my sense of self, especially at the hands of others, those also don't define me. They do not. This is just a fraction of who I am as a being. And unlike most people, I am going to take that pain and I'm going to turn it into power. Hopefully, some of the things that have happened to me, I can use to help others so that those things don't happen to them, or that they know that they can heal from them. That they know all the things that they're programmed with, all the things, all the horrible things, the traumas, the things that have happened to you, they are not you. Other people's opinions of you, they're not you. They're none of your business. What is you, the essence of you, your purpose, your talents, your gifts, they can only be figured out by you. Your traumas can only be healed by you. You have to figure out what those are, who you are. You have the choice. But what you cannot do is take out your lack of understanding who you are on other people. You can't take out that pain on other people. it's your responsibility to fix it. And if you see somebody else living authentically, being who they actually are, loving themselves, growing in their purpose, and you refuse to do the work on yourself, you refuse to figure out why it upsets you so much, all of that shit is on you. Grow, learn, heal, love yourself enough to do it. You deserve to. Because you're actually amazing. You're actually beautiful. You actually have so much love and light and just you just have a lot to offer the world. Everyone does. You've got to see that. Alright. For the first time in my life, I've been feeling joy again. I have been feeling hope. And I have been feeling love again. Things that I never imagined I could. And I chalk it up to doing the hard stuff. Doing the work that most people refuse to do. Believing. Sometimes delusionally. Because sometimes you gotta be a little delulu. You have to. You have to hold on to some of those delusions. In order for those dreams to actually come true. To invite the kind of love and relationships and people and things that you actually want to see show up in your world. You have to be delusionally confident. And it's hard. It's hard when you've never been confident before in your life, when you've been programmed to hate yourself. But I took a tip from Rihanna, actually. She was talking about doing things you're afraid of. And that's something that, oh my God, I was such a chicken shit my whole life. I was so afraid of making other people feel bad. But they were going to feel bad regardless of how I showed up. Because they didn't like themselves, essentially, We've already discussed that. But, doing the things you're afraid of. Pushing through the fear and just doing it. It's like a muscle. Once you start doing that a few times, it gets easier and easier. For me, one of the scariest things for me is speaking up for myself. And doubling down in, my beliefs and my, not if that's the thing, nobody else is going to do it. And it's terrifying when you first start standing up for yourself, standing up for what you believe in. Especially when you're alone in it. Especially when you got nobody else has your back. And it's terrifying. But once you start doing it, it's like exercise. It's like a muscle. It gets easier and easier and easier. She also, I don't know, she's always just been a real inspiration to me anyway. I adore her. But, the fact that even, that famous people are humans. It's weird, huh? It's weird. They're human beings. And that they get afraid. The most gorgeous, most talented, most amazing, beautiful woman in the world who gets up there and rocks it. I mean, did you see the bitch but I have my money video? Oh my god. Switching sides. Anyway, but like that badass woman gets afraid. That Beyonce gets afraid. But that's the thing. They still just push through it and do it. And look how amazing they look doing it. And look how many people wish they were them. And look how many people like hate on them because they don't have the balls to do it. I don't know. And there's a difference between being cocky and being, arrogant and being authentically confident in your own power and who you are. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna stop this rant. I should probably, since I'm finally outside, walk around and enjoy this beautiful day. Guess just getting that out feels good. And I haven't always done things right. I have made dumb choices in my pain. I have absolutely projected my shit onto others who didn't deserve it. But I am also pretty proud of who I'm becoming. Starting to love and enjoy my life again. Starting to attract more positive, reciprocal, loving soul relationships into my life because of the work I've been doing. And it's hard and it sucks sometimes and it's painful. But in order to truly become who you were meant to be, to have the things you want and deserve in life, sometimes you just gotta do that work. You just gotta dig down deep and find the strength. And it's there. And you can. Because you deserve to. Alright. With that, nobody's probably gonna watch this anyway. That's fine. I don't care. But that's something I just need to do for me. I love you. Truly. I hope that you love you too. And I hope that you understand that it does get better. And that you do deserve more. And that all the things you think are broken in you can be healed. And that all the things you don't like about somebody else are right there in you. And that's why you get so mad, is because you can see it, but you don't understand that that's what it is. But also all the things that you're jealous about, that you see somebody else doing that you wish you could, they're in there too, and you can. You just have to realize that as well. And love yourself enough to figure out how. And it's different for everybody how. But the options are there. And, well, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go walk and enjoy this day now. I love you. Take care of yourselves and each other.